Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, my name is Clarita Nantaniana Farahman from class 5.4 ICP Primary School. Today I will be showing you my presentation about preserving Gedak Batik from Tuban. But before we start, let's recite our spiritual foundation from Surah Al-Hujurat verse 13. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum syu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu. Inna akramakum 'indallahi atqakum. Innallaha 'alimun khabir. O people, indeed, we have created you from a man and a woman. Then we made you into nations and tribes so that you might get to know each other. Indeed, the noblest among you in the sight of Allah is the one who is most pious. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing, all-complete. Do you guys know what is batik? Batik is a work of the Indonesian people, which is a blend of art and technology by the ancestors of the Indonesian people. History of Gedak Batik from Tuban. Gedak, which means cloth. This batik became known since the 15th century. Its history is influenced by the Majapahit and Islamic culture. Sunan Bonang was an important figure in the spread of Islam. Gedak Batik. Tuban Batik is called Gedak Batik because in the manufacturing process, the cotton is spun into thread and then woven into cloth using a manual tool that makes a dok-dok sound. And from that sound, the people of Tuban named the batik Gedak Batik. Characteristics and motifs of Gedak Batik. Using natural colors from plants such as turmeric and teak leaves. Fabrics are made from high-quality materials such as cotton or silk. There are some Gedak Batik types which are pumpkin flower, kluweh flower, ganggeng, asam londo, manuk jepra, and kelabang melaku. This is an example of Gedak Batik type which is pumpkin flower type. And this is an example of Gedak Batik type, which is manuk jepra type. These are the steps for making Gedak Batik. First, prepare the materials, which are a stove, canting, semalam, and some cloth. Next, you have to create a design. You can create any design you want, up to you. After you create a design, you do mencanting. Mencanting is to pour the melted malam onto the cloth. Melorot. Melorot is to boil the cloth in boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes to remove the wax. Rinse and dry. Rinse and dry is to rinse the cloth until clean and then dry it under the sun. Now I will show you a tutorial on how to make batik. First, prepare the materials, which are a stove, a pan, semalam, canting, and LPG gas. The first step is to boil or melt the malam using the pan, the stove, and the LPG gas. You have to wait until all the malam has melted. After all the malam has melted, use the canting to scoop out some of the malam from the pan. You can pour the malam onto the cloth. But before you pour it, you have to sketch a batik pattern. You can choose any batik pattern you want. But be careful, the melted malam is hot. Now, let's go on to our presentation. How to preserve Gedak Batik. Visiting batik tourist attractions, learning to make batik, using batik in an everyday life, participating in commemorating National Batik Day. Batik Day. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, designated batik as an intangible cultural heritage on October 2, 2009. Do you guys know when Batik Day is celebrated? National Batik Day is celebrated every October 2 or 2nd October. The objective of preserving Gedak Batik are maintain the richness of Indonesian culture, encourage the interest of foreign tourists to introduce Gedak Batik to the international world. Now we have our conclusion. Gedak Batik is a cultural heritage that must be preserved. Gedak Batik has an important aesthetic, meaningful, and historical values. We must encourage the interest of foreign tourists and introduce Gedak Batik to the international world. That's all for my presentation about Gedak Batik from Tuban. Thank you for paying attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.